You know that feeling, right? You've got this brilliant idea. It's right there on the tip of your tongue. And then, poof, it just vanishes. It's one of those little things that happens to all of us. Well, today, we're going to go on a little adventure to find out where exactly those lost ideas go.
It's just the most maddening feeling. You have the perfect comeback, the name of that song, the solution to some huge problem, and then nothing. It's gone. It's like it just dissolved into thin air. So you're left wondering, where in the world did it just go?
But here's a thought. What if those ideas don't just evaporate? What if they actually go somewhere? The whole concept we're digging into today suggests the answer is way more interesting than you might think. Welcome to what we're calling the mind's lost and found. Yep, think of it like this cosmic waiting room for every single thought that slips away from us. It isn't gone for good, it's just misplaced. A little holding area for the thoughts that got away. Okay, so if our minds have this big lost and found department, what else is in there? I mean, what kind of mental odds and ends are we talking about? Turns out that little word that was on the tip of your tongue, it has a lot of company. Just think about the crowd your lost idea is hanging out with. It's sharing a shelf with those half-remembered dreams. You know, the ones that felt so important right when you woke up? It's right next to that inside joke you started to tell, but couldn't quite finish. And of course, the big one, that absolutely world-changing, genius thought you had in the shower. The one that vanished the second you reached for a towel. They're all just waiting there, together. But here's where it gets really interesting. These misplaced thoughts, they're not just sitting there patiently. Nope. They've got a life of their own. They get a little restless, just waiting for a chance to be remembered.
And they always pick the most inconvenient time to make their move, don't they? Of course. Just as you're finally drifting off to sleep when all your mental defenses are down, that's when they try to slip back in.
They don't come back shouting, though. It's more like a whisper, a faint little echo in the back of your mind, almost taunting you. You almost remembered me. It's that ghost of a thought, that feeling that you knew something just a moment ago, and now it's just tantalizingly out of reach.
So, this brings us to the ultimate question, doesn't it? What happens to all these ideas if they're never reclaimed? If they whisper but nobody's listening? Do they just fade away forever in the lost and found?
Well, it turns out there's a whole life cycle for these abandoned thoughts. So an idea slips away, lands in the lost and found, but if it stays there, unclaimed and unremembered, it doesn't get destroyed. No way. It gets recycled. It's given a completely new purpose.
And here is the big, brilliant twist. That recycled form? It's déjà vu, that strange flickering feeling that you've lived this exact moment before. This isn't just some random brain glitch, it's a forgotten idea, all polished up and sent back out into the world, just waiting for a second chance to be noticed. I mean, this completely changes how you think about it, right? So the next time you get that little shiver down your spine, that super weird feeling of familiarity when you're in a new place or having a new conversation, just pause for a second and ask yourself, is this just a moment repeating? Or is this an old, forgotten idea that has finally found its way back to me? What forgotten idea is waiting for you to give it a second chance?